some light showers, and then also keep an eye out in south central Missouri for another pocket that has some rain. We're going to wrap that up over the next few hours. Mostly quiet for tonight, quiet for the start of the day on Saturday. It's in the afternoon on Saturday that I'm pinpointing the opportunity for some hit or miss pop-up showers. Not everyone's going to see the rain for tomorrow, but about a 20 to 30% chance that we can see something as a warm front starts to lift back over the region. Better chance for rain. That arrives on Sunday, especially Sunday afternoon. Comes with a little bit more totals, but I'm not expecting anything drastic, not expecting storms throughout either of these 2 days. We still have storm chances that we need to talk about, but most of that will be arriving for this upcoming week. I'll go into details about what you can expect, the latest information later on the show, Mike.
It felt like an explosion almost in the living room, and I knew immediately that someone had hit the house.
Well, a couple in Springfield is now living in a hotel after a car rammed right into their house earlier this week. You can take a look at the damage right there. Parker Paget spoke to the Walrath family about that night and what comes next for them.
Like a movie scene in sound and in what it looked like. There's, rubble everywhere, dust, debris, everything is completely smashed.
There was just terrifying sounds coming from the other end of the house. So I was just terrified and thinking I needed to protect my child.
The Walrath family was sound asleep at home until they had an unexpected visitor.
I jumped out of bed and I woke him up and I said, "You need to call 911. They've hit the house." I looked out the bedroom door and the whole house was just white dust everywhere. I couldn't see anything.
Kimberly and Austin Walrath say shortly after midnight on Monday, a driver crashed into their home and then ran.
The driver of the vehicle, they left initially.
And we were trapped inside. We had to dig our way out because all of our furniture and everything slid this direction and blocked all of our doors.
The couple was shocked when someone claiming to be the driver came back to apologize.
I had more complicated feelings, I think. I definitely didn't feel angry. I was surprised by that.
Cleanup and repairs continue.
But it looks like we're probably going to be out of the home for months at this point. So, yeah, it's been a little bit difficult already trying to live your normal everyday life, but from a hotel room.
But they've had plenty of help from those close to them.
We were fortunate that we had an army of friends come and help out cleaning up the rubble and moving stuff aside, getting things prepared and sealed back up.
Well, the Greene County Sheriff's Office will be showcased on national television tonight. They'll be appearing on the show On Patrol Live, which showcases law enforcement officials from around the country right in the middle of their workspaces. Tonight's show gets underway at 8 p.m. and it'll be streamed on several platforms. A list of those platforms can be found on our website, ozarksfirst.com. And we have a lot more news to share with you, so don't forget to follow us on social media. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, as well as X. Don't forget to download our apps and check out our website, ozarksfirst.com. Heading to break here at 6:37 with a look over downtown Springfield. Very cloudy still, but thankfully those showers, that spigot is turned off, at least for the time being. Matt's got our full weekend forecast coming up. And then later, the Springfield Cardinals looking for a win. Meanwhile, we're breaking down how the Baby Birds made some history last night, right after this.
On the front lines across the globe.
In Rome, South Korea, Ukraine, and Israel. We'll give you an up-close look.
At the center of the moments that matter.
What do you want the world to know? What is the mission?
International correspondent Robert Sherman on News Nation.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The Health Class Film Guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
I'm a United States Marine. Being a veteran, you don't want to show any weakness, so it becomes really hard for you to ask for anything. Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Next time you want to share that big story out of D.C., make sure it's from The Hill. Because TheHill.com is America's most shared political news brand for a reason. Trusted, credible, nonpartisan. Visit TheHill.com today.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Gerald the Fish.
What about, like, Joaquin Bartholomew?
Joaquin Bartholomew.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya. Joaquin Bartholomew. What? How did you think of that?
I have no idea. Since we gave him that title, he should honestly be the king of the pond.
King of the pond.
Yeah.
He's out there somewhere.
For real.
You want this one?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
All right.
Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.
Wow. Sounds like you've got just the kind of skills and experience we're looking for.
Rainfall earlier today, but we're able to get that shut down just in time for a baseball game at the Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. Stratford versus Seneca. Stratford's up 4-0. Hopefully Dan Lucy doesn't get too mad at me for kind of giving you a preview of that score, but I'm going to kind of focus on the weather instead. We're trying to wrap up the rain that we saw for today. More chances of rain are going to wait for both Saturday, Sunday, and then once we get into this upcoming week, it's not just rain chances, but the opportunity of some strong, even severe storms is going to be looming. But nothing this weekend looks like some very strong storms, just more opportunities for rain, and some of that can come with some thunderstorms like what we saw today. A little more than half an inch in Springfield. Joplin, about 3/4 of an inch. Harrison managed to pick up over 1 inch of rainfall. Good, decent totals on this, and we need to continue to see this rain, especially in areas in northern Arkansas that are under extreme drought right now. That's where some of this rain is still lingering at this time. But I think for most locations, the bulk of the rain that you saw for today, that's done. We're in the process of trying to wrap things up. Some light showers, light rain still kind of spilling in along the I-49 corridor, not expecting too much out of this. And even the activity that we're seeing in south central Missouri, north central Arkansas, this is the strongest of it at this time. Was producing some lightning strikes earlier. That has moved out, not seeing any lightning strikes at this time. Satellite radar, it's a matter of finishing this round and then waiting for the next one to happen. Here's the setup for it. It's all about kind of following this front. This front was in Iowa and northern Missouri yesterday about this time, producing thunderstorms for them, and then it moved down and through the south for today, producing the rain chances in Springfield. Now it's parked into northern Arkansas, and we're going to see it start to slowly rise for tomorrow. And as this front rises back up, it's going to flip the winds to the south. It's going to allow us to get warmer, closer to the 80-degree mark, and also return shower chances once again, mostly for Saturday into that afternoon. So this is how it looks on Futurecast. Not expecting too much more in rain chances. Yeah, we still have a very slight chance we can get an annoying shower at this point, but most places will be wrapping up for tonight. Not expecting too much rain for the start of the day on Saturday. Then that front starts to lift back up, and the rain chances start to return with it as well. Look at what's happening on Futurecast. Very scattered, very hit or miss, pop-up showers. You're kind of seeing them here, there. So I don't expect everyone to see rain for tomorrow. About a 20 to 30% chance that you'll get hit with some of this activity, mostly in the afternoon, and then we'll wrap it up by the time we get into the late evening, and we're waiting for a better chance of rain, which returns on Sunday in that afternoon. That's going to bring a little bit more widespread rain, more consistent rain, and heavier totals. Here's the weekend outlook. This is for both Saturday and Sunday combined. I think the heaviest totals will be areas further off into the west. You'll see most of that rain on Sunday, where Joplin, Nevada, Stockton, about half an inch, and totals start to taper off as you get off into the east, where West Plains and places over in Texas County may not see as much. So just rain throughout this weekend. Storm chances still possible for this upcoming week, as we have a whole lot of Gulf moisture, and this low pressure system is going to try to squeeze that out. And anytime you have this setup, into spring, that's an opportunity to have severe weather. Alarm bells a lot of times like to go off. So the days that I'm kind of focusing on for our best severe weather chances for this upcoming week are Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's going to be days that all modes will be possible. That means heavy rain, flooding, fast winds, hail, and yes, tornadoes at this time cannot be ruled out for Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures staying warm throughout this week, pretty much a guaranteed chance of rain for almost every day we have up there. Monday's a day I think we may be able to stay dry, but a very soggy pattern is going to stick around for one more week.
It sounds like we're going to be getting plenty of rain to help us with that vegetation. I mean, I think things are already greening out, but I bet they will be even more so after all these showers.
You know what that means. Allergies are going to be bad after this week, so get ready.
Get the Benadryl out. All right, thanks, Matt. Well, for generations of fans, the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee has been more than a race. It's been a family tradition that also extends to the racetrack. They're known as the Bristol Motor Speedway's Band of NASCAR Brothers. Names such as Busch, Allison, and Wallace are to name a few. And while the Dillon brothers have not enjoyed their kind of success at Bristol, they're just happy competing together and making some memories.
I love this racetrack. I've been coming here my whole life. And, just anytime we roll through the mountains, you see this place, kind of a hidden gem in the mountains. I always tell anybody throughout the year, no matter where we travel, like, if you want to see NASCAR at its finest, you got to come to Bristol. It's the last great Coliseum.
And while you can get them to agree on their love for Bristol, that is basically where the similarities end, because the two brothers are pretty competitive on and off the track.
What do you mean we're competitive? Like every day. And I don't know, we compete over everything. It doesn't matter what it is. We want to compete and have fun. So it's always a good time when you have a brother that can push yourself to be better.
From the high-banked inaugural race back in 1961 to the modern-era battles of 2025, sibling rivalries have defied the world's fastest half-mile. The latest Band of NASCAR Brothers hopes that doesn't end anytime soon. Well, the Cardinals begin a 6-game home series tonight, and they'll be hosting the Boston Red Sox tonight through Sunday afternoon. St. Louis is off to a pretty decent start this season. Their overall record is 7-5. Tonight's first pitch is set for 7:15. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Royals are in search of a bounce-back weekend. They've lost their last 3 games and now have a record of 5-8. They're hosting the Chicago White Sox tonight at Kauffman Stadium there in KC. First pitch set for 6:40. The Department of Justice is launching an investigation into the NFL as complaints are piling up from fans. The DOJ wants to determine whether or not the league participated in anti-competitive practices. According to a report by The Hill, last season's fans paid nearly $1,000 to watch games on more than half a dozen services. The NFL claims 87% of its games are free on local TV, adding that games are always free to the local markets where the teams are playing. Still ahead here tonight, gas prices continue to go up. We're breaking down how the jump is now breaking some records.
On the front lines across the globe.
In Rome, South Korea, Ukraine, and Israel. We'll give you an up-close look
at the center of the moments that matter.
What do you want the world to know? What is the mission?
International correspondent Robert Sherman on News Nation.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The Health Class Film Guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, your mind.
Love, your mind.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love your mind.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. it always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.
Wow. Sounds like you've got just the kind of skills and experience we're looking for.
Well, the U.S. currently has at least 62 active bird flu outbreaks, including right here in Missouri. And as spring bird migration season continues, wildlife experts are warning that cases could skyrocket even more. Chantelli Painter has those details tonight.
As the weather heats up, many species of birds are continuing with their spring migrations. But as they make their journeys back to where they started before winter, wildlife experts are warning about a potential increase in bird flu cases.
It is normally incubated in wild bird populations, so wild waterfowl flocks.
Avian influenza is highly contagious among birds, often spreading through contact with infected saliva or droppings. It can pose challenges to poultry farmers this season, especially folks with backyard coops, as migrating birds fly overhead and may land in yards for a visit.
If it gets in, then you will have to depup that flock because there's no cure for the actual virus.
The Department of Agriculture recommends farmers take precautions to prevent the disease from infiltrating their coops, such as washing hands and using boot covers before entering a poultry area. The agency also suggests limiting outside non-essential visitors, pests, and wild birds from coming in contact with flocks. Farmers should keep an eye out for common symptoms in their birds, which the USDA says includes lack of energy or appetite, low egg production, difficulty breathing, and sudden death. Still, experts say there is little evidence the virus poses major risk to people. If your flock does become infected with bird flu this spring, the USDA says to contact them or your state veterinarian immediately. I'm Chanley Painter.
There's some troubling economic news from the Labor Department that came out today. The latest inflation numbers showing the largest monthly jump in gas prices in 6 decades. Consumer prices rose over 3% in March from a year earlier, up 2.4% in February. And as for monthly numbers, prices rose 0.9% in March from February. That's the largest increase in nearly 4 years. Meantime, the USPS making moves to increase the price of your stamps. The agency filed a notice with the Postal Regulatory Commission on Thursday to make price changes for stamps by July the 12th. If it's approved, the new proposed rates would increase product prices by almost 5%. In a release, the post office said that the changes come amidst a severe financial crisis. The agency assures that its mailing prices are still some of the most affordable on the planet. Well, don't forget to download our new CTV app called Ozarks First Plus, where we have 6 shows hosted by our Ozarks First personalities, with several more on the way. Now be sure to catch our morning show called Vibe O'Clock, which streams weekday mornings at 9:30. Here's a sneak peek at today's episode.
We're talking about morel mushrooms. And, well, I found one, believe it or not, just out at the Nature Center. And so I picked it, cooked it, and here's a quick video showing how I did that. Really simple process. Now, you want to brine them in salt water first. You do that to get all the dirt, and if there's any bugs in it, they come out.
Oh.
And it kills them.
Okay.
And then you rinse it out. I clean these things like deep, so don't worry about that. They're good to go. And then you just put in a little butter, or I used olive oil in this case, salt, pepper, fry them up, and you're good to go. I have my little pieces here. You can see they look very tiny because it was just one mid-sized mushroom.
This looks like a bug.
I know.
It looks like a straight up roach.
It's a mushroom, folks. Okay? Have at it.
Honestly.
A little overdone.
I kind of like it, though.
I liked it.
That's a nice, crisp crunch.
Yeah, it is.
Very well seasoned.
Yeah, I think a little too much salt now that I'm tasting it.
Okay, keep being your critic. I'll praise it. I like it.
But the Morel mushrooms, they're kind of...
And you can download Ozarks First Plus for free on your smart TV. You can download that on Roku, Apple TV, as well as Amazon Fire TV. We'll be right back to wrap up the show right after this. Stick with us.
Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.
Wow. Sounds like you've got just the kind of skills and experience we're looking for.
I'm a United States Marine. Being a veteran, you don't want to show any weakness, so it becomes really hard for you to ask for anything. Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Gerald the Fish.
What about, like, Joaquin Bartholomew?
Joaquin Bartholomew.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya. Joaquin Bartholomew. What? How do you think of that?
I have no idea. Since we gave him that title, he should honestly be the king of the pond.
King of the pond.
Yeah.
He's out there somewhere.
For real.
You want this one?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
All right.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
On the front lines across the globe.
In Rome, South Korea, Ukraine, and Israel. We'll give you an up-close look.
At the center of the moments that matter.
What do you want the world to know? What is the mission?
International correspondent Robert Sherman on News Nation.
Well, a dance party inside of a parking garage didn't go quite as planned. You see they're getting down with it right here. And they decided that they were going to do a pull-up on this pipe in the parking garage in Virginia. They certainly learned that you can't exactly do that with some kind of consequences not getting on you right there. So you see right there, everybody ran away. Police posting the video on social media yesterday. In an update, they said they found the man they were looking for and made that mess. So props to him, I guess, for trying a pull-up. I mean, that's more than I could usually do, but they got quite a shower after their workout, that's
Instantly snapped. The second he touched it, snapped, everyone scatters out. We had some showers today, too.
We did, and
like
probably got
transition?
just as wet, if not wetter than that guy right there.
Yeah, we still have more chances of rain. Saturday, hit or miss showers, about 20-30% chance you'll see something. Sunday, better chance of rain, mostly in that afternoon hour.
Sneak in some outdoor time on Saturday, it looks like. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 9 and 10. Good night.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play.